Hello everyone, karibuni sana to Tell Show. It's another episode. We are here in Kawangware, Dagoretti South, and we are humbled to have another client. We want to just know where his whereabouts, what he does, about his views about politics that are ongoing, now that we are remaining just a few days to the election. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
What's your name?
Mashare Gashero.
Where do you reside?
I reside along Wayakiwe in Kiambu County.
And where are you from?
I'm from Nakuru County.
Okay. So what do you do in Kawangware? How long have you been here? How is business? We just want to know literally everything about you.
Okay, so just an overview. I run a cyber here in Kawangware. It's fairly new, but I'm just adjusting to business. Of course, it's near election period, and so the business situation is a bit on the low side, but we are making do with what we can.
So have you done business on cyber again, or this is your first one?
Yes, I've done business running the cyber before, but I started earlier on this year, so I'm not so new. I've adjusted to it with time, and I'm fairly confident that now I'm doing all right in it.
And how is Kawangware as per your view?
As per my view, it's a very busy place. I'm still getting to be known, but it's very promising. Okay. I can say that for sure. People here are up to beat, and yeah, so far I'm serving clients quite well.
But a special one. How can you even afford to open a business when everybody is weeping and crying about the economic that is ongoing?
So, like most things business related, sometimes you just have to take a risk because on one side, trying to look for employment during this time has been also challenging, especially permanent full-time employment. Yeah, so you just evaluate and assess your options and see what it is you have in your hands, and you just decide to go for it. There is no certainty, of course, in future, but we work with the best that we have. And so for me, it was, choosing to start out even now when it's a season of uncertainty. But again, you cannot just sit back and decide not to do anything. Yeah.
For sure, I love your passiveness. It's just so encouraging, and I really love you to just look at the camera and encourage somebody who right now like open a business and is so discouraged, and maybe even people are so discouraging in some way. So I just look at the camera and encourage somebody right now to open a business.
Okay, what I'd say is that you just look at what you have in your hands, and we hear stories of people who have come from very lower than even where I've come from. So people start businesses with very little capital, and yeah, I don't have everything figured out. To them also, I'd say that they won't have everything figured out, but you may see that it may be worth it in the long run, and you only know how it will be like when you put your hand to that plow and you don't look back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now let's get into issues about politics. I know you've heard about politics.
Yeah.
How is it?
Well, it's tiring. Let me speak for me. I don't want to generalize for everybody else. For other people, this is the time they're making a killing. Yeah. So we know how it is. Like in any democratic space, we find that politics season always has to come around, and we have elections. So for me, it's been a very noisy and a very tiring time. I just want to get past it and hopefully move on to the future, to brighter days. Yeah.
So what do you think about the debate that it was a debate about the deputy presidents? Yes. I hope you heard it.
Yes, I listened to it. Quite a big part of it from here on my mobile phone, and even as I traveled home. It was during the time where I closed down this place and I now move from here to home. So I listened to quite a bit of it. Yeah, so I am aware that it happened. I believe it was this week on Tuesday. Yeah.
Recently.
Between Ugali and Martha Karua.
And still there was another one.
Still there was another one.
Yeah.
Wow. That one I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, from the two, Wajakoya and
They are running mates.
they're running mates.
Yeah, for Wajakoya and Mr. Maura, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you guys, I'm not sure, but I know there were 4 running mates.
Yes, there are 4 running mates.
So, kindly, would you tell us about how you think about everything that is happening with, especially the debate? They discussed about the economy.
Yes.
And all of them were so promising. I can assure you they were so promising. Do you think that there'll be any change? Like there'll be any change depending on how the country is running as per now?
Well, everybody who aspires to run for office has their bags of promises in their manifesto. And for me, the one that has featured the most is between the Kenya Kwanza and the Azimio camp, the running mates. Also, Jojo Jakoya's agenda also. But personally, I think we are at a very interesting time in Kenya, which can be interesting, good or bad. I don't know what to say, but let me speak for myself. Is that I don't think we are headed in the right direction as a country. That's my own personal view.
Oh, why?
Yeah, because the frame of mind and let me just say that leaders are a reflection of the public,
Sure.
of their people, and we are yet to understand as a people cause and effect. And when I say cause and effect, what I mean is the consequences of the choices we make. Again, we are going to see voting along tribal lines. Again, we are going to see voting against, let me say, euphoric agendas which really do not help anyone. It's clouds in the air. They seem promising. It's direct multiplication mathematics that doesn't make sense on the ground itself, Yeah, when you say if 1 is equals to 20, then 10 should be equals to 200. Yet on the ground, that doesn't work. Yeah. So that's my personal view.
Okay. And if I may ask, this is a very personal question. Who are you voting for?
I can say for myself, for the president of office.
Presidential office?
The presidential office.
Yeah.
I'm yet to decide yet, but maybe I see myself leaning on, and it's not a popular view, but I say it's exercise of democracy, of which many people would disagree and say vote for the winning horse. And I understand their view, it's okay. But I'd lean heavily towards the least known candidate.
Why? And do you think the economy will change? Because there's so many youths who are complaining right now about the economy, leave alone the youths, even adults right now. They're complaining so much about the economy. Yeah. So do you think whoever you'll be voting for will change the economy?
Where we are as a country, as I said, is that perhaps we have arrived at a moment of reckoning whereby we have a lot of people, working towards getting into office, but they now work on recovering what they have used for campaigning, and that's what hurts the economy, plus other self-interest and all that. So personally, if the people who most likely will get into power, my view right now, it could be wrong in future, we don't know the future, but my view right now, honest plain view, I don't think things will change for the better currently. Yeah, it's tough even for me to say that.
It's
It
very
is tough
tough.
for me.
Yeah,
It is tough for me, but I have reasons for that. But it's a long conversation that I have drawn inferences from this nation's past. History can sometimes dictate what will happen in the future. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much. Behind my scenes, I can see somebody writing about unga. What do you think? Would you love to really to appreciate about the unga prices and maybe appreciate the president? And what do you think about the oil?
Well, again, I go back to maybe my earlier statement. Unga is just one of the many things that the political elite have realized affects the common citizen. Yeah, I mean, I take ugali, as well as many other fellow citizens. Maize meal is essential, but are we sustainable in maize meal production as a
Actually,
nation?
let me just cut you off kidogo. Kuna mtu jana alisema that where we are right now, ni sawa unga ulishuka, but now it seems that we'll be cooking a very big ugali and a small ugali. The small ugali itakuanga kama skuma. You know.
To eat ugali with ugali.
Yeah, eat ugali with ugali because the economy seems like in a favor to watu wa unga. They think that unga ndo inakuliwa sana, but they forget that the people who don't want that unga. So as an individual from this country, what do you think about kushukisha bei ya hizo zingine?
You see, it's very artificial. It's a game, because even in 2017 the almost same thing happened. The prices went up just before election. Then there was a subsidy to bring it to 90 shillings. So yes, if I go right now, I'll buy unga at the price where it's retailing at, if they've decided it's 100. And if there's a retailer who will decide not to, Munya, the agriculture CS, was commenting on that. I was watching him yesterday on news, commenting in on that. So, but at the end of it all, after the elections, what happens? You see, in the long run, the prices still shoot. Yeah. We've seen from 2017, the price of maize meal continued to creep up. So is it a permanent solution? The reason why I'm saying we are in a bad place as a nation is that we have no permanent solution to problems. It's just a band-aid, ni kiraka. Tunaekelea tu temporary, but we don't fix the main issues. I believe the unga prices go down, people scramble for it. We are very yielding as a people. Post-election violence happens in 2007 and people are very yielding. They just say amani, but we are not fixing the real issue. What's the real issue? What's causing us to fight? What's causing us now, even as we head into 2022, in a few weeks when we go to August 9 to the polls, what's really making us have this tension? There might be violence, there might be rigging. It shows the core issue, and the maize price is an expression of it. It shows the main issue, the character of the public, me, you. I'm not removing myself from that equation. It shows that we haven't dealt with what is inside. Yeah.
Wow, thank you very much. And everybody has a right to freedom, and his freedom is what he has spoken. Sasa Macharia, tunataka you introduce about this biashara, kwenye iko, how people can reach you. By the way, he's an amazing person. He has done so many things for us and we really appreciate. Asante sana. So, just introduce yourself.
Thank you.
Yes.
Again, as I said at the beginning of this interview, I'm Macharia Gasheru. I work here in Kawangware. My cyber is called 1 Minute Cyber Cafe. I'm fairly new here. Just serve the people of Kenya, the people of Kawangware. I do mostly what's keeping cyber business running now is services. We have KRA services, NHIF registration. I do returns, NSSF registration, anything on eCitizen. We will sit down, discuss with the customer what needs to be done, and I'll be able to charge them appropriately and just do my best. That's what I do. That's what basically my business is all about. I have stationery, Maybe you'll show them my sales.
Yeah, we have stationery, guys. Like there are so many things here.
Someone can browse there.
You can na huwa unafunza computer?
No, I can teach basics as a refresher, but I'm not yet like licensed by the Ministry of Education to issue certificates. So I'm working towards that. Hopefully in future as I grow, I'll do that. But to teach basics, refreshing, just for a person to have just an understanding or knowledge of packages, yes, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you, Sana. By the way, guys, he's a cool guy. Like he's that person who's answer for you questions. Like, okay, I'm going to see what I can do about it, and I'm going to show you. You know, like I just love how you handle your customers.
Thank you.
And mobile phone number.
My phone number.
Your platform, social media platforms.
I'm on Twitter and Facebook as person, but not the business doesn't have an online presence yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So watu mtapata huku Kawangware. Yes. I think it's just here, Best Lady.
Yeah. It's called Senior Spark.
Senior Spark.
It's just after I hear the people saying Mlango Soko. So just along Naivasha Road, ahead of the Coop Bank. Yeah. There's a building there called Senior Spark. It has a Best Lady. It has a Best Lady retail outlet, which is the cosmetic shops for one of the, I'd say, leading cosmetic retailers, chain of retailers in the country. So we're there, and it also has seniors driving school in the front. So I'm inside there. I'm just on the ground floor. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Karibu.
And that's all the time that you had for Macharia. And call us again and again. We're going to be with you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
The doors to this business are open.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I succeed, you guys also succeed. I've at least served you. You've been my customers.
Yeah.
And they can give you testament of my work.
Wow. Yeah, you can ask me. Thank you very much.